Hello and welcome to the acoustic workshop once again, where I'm going to attempt to play some warts and all versions of some of my songs I've written over the years. So today's song is perhaps my most famous song in lots of ways, certainly the biggest hit that the Little Angels had, Womankind. It's a very special song for me for a number of reasons. It was written around the time that I was going through a divorce. And I was with my now wife, Ket, and it formed, I think, the bases of a reinvention of myself, for all kinds of, I guess, obvious reasons, emotional reasons. I think I was reflecting around that period, because this was around the period I was writing all the songs for the Jam album. It was reflecting my emotional sort of turmoil, I guess, about having to go through this really difficult time, and and all about the kind of the ups and downs of what that means, and trying to be as honest as I possibly could for somebody who was, I guess, pretty young still. Even though I felt myself to be pretty mature, I now realise I really wasn't. But anyway, the massive positive thing about this song is that it came out of a sense of rediscovery of my emotional core, and I think for the very first time in my life, without putting too fine a point on it, I guess, I felt I'd really had fallen in love for the first time. And certainly found my soulmate, found the person I cared about the most. And I think as a songwriter or an artist in any way, shape or form, whether you're you're a filmmaker, you write books, or you paint or you draw or whatever, it's a massive part of being artistic is that it's a catharsism. You use your experiences and they become intrinsically connected to your art, and they come out almost uncontrollably in lots of ways. And I remember waking up one morning. I'd moved down to Bristol, and we were in the midst of all of this turmoil, and I remember waking up with this song in my head. It's only happened to me a few times like this, but I literally woke up with the idea of the riff kind of knocking around inside my head, and I can remember sort of leaping out of bed and grabbing my guitar, and within a few minutes I'd worked out the whole chord progression, and the words were kind of tumbling out, and I was trying to write them down on a piece of paper. I grabbed a piece of paper and a pen, and I was trying to sort of scrub these words down onto it, and they were coming out of me so fast I could hardly work them out. And in all honesty, as the song that you hear and have heard since 1993, including today's performance, I can still go back to that moment when that happened, and the words haven't changed since. I had to kind of reinterpret them a little bit, because I couldn't really actually read them off the page. I mean, that's totally the truth. But it's kind of strange, because some of the rhythms in the words are odd to me now when I look at them. But it felt so completely real and so authentic at the time that I wrote them, and I thought, no, that's it. I'm not going to touch those again now. That's it. I've written that song. And I really haven't touched it since. I mean, obviously we went through the production of the tune in the studio, but really the essence of the song, the absolute core identity of it has not changed at all, right down to the arrangement and everything. I mean, I do different versions. I mean, that like this version I've done today, you'll see that I have adapted the middle eight slightly. I like to try and mix it up a little bit every now and again, when I do the performances. But really, you can't get away from that central ethic of this song about deep felt worry about falling for somebody new and hoping that they like you as much as you like them. That's what it's really about. It's the sense of the anticipation of found love and care, and trying to somehow make sense of that. And the title really, I think, in a lot of ways is absolutely biographical in lots of ways. It was about my feelings of how kind my partner, my wife of now nearly 30 years is and was to me, and how different I felt about that, and how my life had changed because of that. And I think sometimes as a writer you just have to let that happen. I've never been a writer that kind of like for want of a better description, bastardizes my songs. When they come out of me, they come out of me, and I do as little to them as I possibly can. Sometimes more than others, but really the reality is what I want them to be is an honest interpretation of what I was feeling at the time. So yeah, I think Womankind is probably the most important song I've ever written, certainly to me. It's a punctuation mark in my life, and certainly in Ket's life, and you know, I make no bones about that. I think as artists we have to be as honest as possible, and it's probably the most honest song I've ever written. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
I recall I called you up to ask you all my questions. You replied that you don't know why I can't take rejection. I'm alone in company, and you're there in my sights. Smother me in mystery one more time. Woman, 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 womankind. Every day you seem to blow my mind. Take a look at me and you will find. Every day I love you more. Every day I want you more. Sweetly you persistent kind, so darkly and mysterious. Can't you see you must be blind to not see I'm delirious? Unfortunately you are not a desperate proclaimer. That would be the worst thing on my mind. Woman, 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 womankind. Every day you seem to blow my mind. Take a look at me and you will find. Every day I love you more. Every day I want you more. It's not the same without you. It's essential what you bring. You are deep within all time and space above. I just can't live without you. You are my oxygen supply. I drift deadly through my life without your love. Woman, 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 womankind. Every day you seem to blow my mind. Take a look at me and you will find. Every day I love you more. Every day I want you more. Woman, 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 womankind. Every day I seem to blow your mind. Take a look at me and you will find.